Hello everyone, I'm Kunal Sodhani from Global Trading Center Shinhan Bank India, and we are here to understand what's exactly happening with the currency market. So first, talking about the major central banks and what are they expected, because I think this is a week where all the central banks are eyeing for the monetary policy. So starting with the Bank of Canada, we are expecting a rate cut by 50 basis point on that front. If we talk about the Fed, now obviously the market is now anticipating almost a certain 25 basis point rate cut by the US Fed as well. So it's in the price now, I believe. And the dollar index still is acting or hovering around 106, 106.30 odd levels, finding a good support at 105 half levels and bouncing back from those levels several times. If we talk about the European Central Bank, I think there also the anticipation remains of a quarter basis point rate cut, moving towards 3.15%. On that is the refinancing rate. But on the contrary, if we talk about the Bank of England, where the anticipation of inflation still remains higher because the inflation print was also not in sync with expectations. Thus, we foresee Bank of England to hold rates for some time because their inflation trajectory still remains quite tricky. The situation is not that great. So they may hold their rates towards that's 4.75% band. For the RBI, obviously, we had our policy and we didn't see any rate cut as expected, and liquidity measures which were required, which were fairly taken by the CRR, cut in two phases. Plus, to attract more inflows, the FCNR announcements were made till 31st March also. So, certain welcome steps, but at the same time, we also saw some surprise in the change of the governor. Well, we will also be having the press conference of the new governor, who is the revenue secretary now. So a lot of market participants will keep an eye on his press conference because uh, that may create some kind of judgment where how or what kind of policies the new governor may be framing, and markets may react based on the same. Because only after the announcement, Rupee reacted sharply. It weakened towards 84.93 on the NDF. Though onshore, we have seen the highs of almost 84.87, but NDF has gone much higher. Plus, also there is pressure on the NDF market, which is pushing the onshore market also quite British. So we need to keep a watch on this press conference. Secondly, if we talk about the flows have been at least in the favor of the domestic equities. If we talk about the inflows, we have seen to the tune of around maybe 24,000 crores for the month of December. Even if we talk about debt, we have seen inflows of around 3,000 crores. So on the flows front, it has been decent, though we have been depreciating, that is rupee. But the flows have been still decent. But in the second half of the year, which or the month, I would say, December, after 15 December, I think some outflows may be seen because of the book closing of the foreign countries and foreign banks as well. So I think some outflows could be seen, not necessary, but till the point we see the Santa rally, and then a moving phase of outflows continue historically. So that has to be kept in mind. Overall, now what are we expecting for dollar rupee? We have seen the FX reserves moving lower. It's to the tune of $658 billion, almost depleted by $50 billion from the highs of $704 billion. Where the anticipation remains that now at least the appreciation in rupee may not be sharp, because in fact we have given away a lot of FX reserves to somewhere by intervening and protecting certain levels or excess volatility. Thus, any lower levels, if invited due to some reason or the other, would possibly be taken up, in order to build reserves as well. So the broader range now remains 84 half, 84.52 was a recent low, may act as a very important support level to watch out. While the NDF highs of 84.93 acts as a very immediate important resistance. So this range play may continue, but in case if you beat or go beyond that NDF highs, we see 85, 86 band as the new band for the coming year to come. So slow, steady depreciation still anticipated when we talk about INR from here on as well. That's all from my side, friends. Thank you so much for your time and hope you find our analysis insightful. Thank you.